Hey folks, welcome to the Next Stop Wildlife Show. Our amazing story today begins on the rugged Australian Cumberland Plains, vast sweeping woodlands, critically endangered shale forest and wetlands seen nowhere else on earth. I'm Wayne Caveman Keys, and this is Rarest Moments Down Under. Today we visit a wildlife ripper of a park, an absolute bottler, Emergence, my home park, and I'm here today to bring you all with me to experience this together. A moment rarely seen in the wild, and it's right on our doorstep. The largest lizard on the Cumberland Plains and the second largest monitor in Australia, the apex predator, the iconic lace monitor or goanna, Varanus varius, in a way you or I have never seen before in the wild. The predator we all know at the very start of life, straight from the safety of the termite nest in the wild, into a world of uncertainty, danger around every corner, challenges of epic and life-altering proportions. It's absolutely eye-opening and inspiring to see nature and these instincts at work. So join us, the Cumberland Nature Crew and Next Stop Show, as we take you into a world of miniature giants to be, seen from their eyes. Relive every moment with Lace Monitor Cam, a hidden, controllable cam that gets in closer to the action than ever seen before. A method perfected by our own bluey in the bush, Matthew Vella. This is dead set one moment I was like in a dream-like trance of emotion. Come on, let's go and share this experience on the next stop, Rarest Wildlife Moments Down Under. It's a doozy, guys. It was the spring of 2023, September 19th to be exact. It was a day just like any other day. I'd gone down to the park and I'd seen a beautiful red-bellied black snake just here, down at Snake Alley in Emergence. And we embark on the walk, and little did I know what I was about to see. I was so excited to see this red belly, but what was to come was one of the most amazing moments on the Cumberland. So we'll take you out and we'll relive that day and that incredible moment. Come on guys, come with us and share the moment and the beauty. So we walked on down this little section of park. I've walked down it 100 times before, looking around in the trees, and then I spotted it. The most amazing thing I've ever seen. A baby lace monitor, freshly hatched from the egg. And I'd seen this hole in the termite nest in the days leading up to this, and I just kept my eye on it. But it was still a shock. It really set me back in awe. The emotions that went through my body when I seen the size of this tiny little lace monitor emerging from the first time. I'd seen the mother sitting just on the side of the termite nest there, and it was just incredible. She was guarding the little hole that she'd excavated for her eggs. And then she came back and she re-excavated the burrow so those little guys could make their way out when they hatched from the eggs. And here he is in all his glory. The first head to poke out at the little hole. Oh, and here comes another one. It was just incredible. And I was literally shaken that much at this point of time. I had to let go of the camera. It was just, my heart was racing. To see these little guys come out was just amazing. And the instincts that followed just truly blew my mind. These little fellas, they're just packed with instinct. From the moment they come out of that burrow, everything alerts them to any predation in the air, on the ground. They're an amazing animal. The predator of the Cumberland Plains. And so this was the first day in the magical experience out here on the Cumberland, and look at that beautiful plains and woodlands. So they just kept their eye out, these guys. In a world just full of predation, these guys are at the bottom of the food chain. They're a food source for all of those birds and other animals that they'll feed on when they're adults. The tables will turn on, they've seen something then. So there's maybe a bird up in the sky. Their eyes, they're like a radar. They look all around the place. And these two must be the alpha pair of the brood of the clutch. They know from the moment they're born, these guys, there's a hierarchy and a pecking order. And these two will be the scouts, and they'll come out and they'll scout out the situation. I've seen this last year too, it was incredible. They'll have a couple come out first on the first day, and then they'll stay out here and they'll survey the surroundings and the habitat for the predation and the danger. And then one brave little fella that we'll call Braveheart, he'll take the plunge and he'll go up to the top of the termite nest and sunbake. And if all goes well, he'll give the signal to the other little troops. It's time to move out and get some sun and warm up, because they've been in there feeding on the termites, so their diet is a lot more varied than termites, so they'll be looking to get out of this little bunker here, and they'll be looking for a good feed, some nice insects. But you can see there, that instinct is so strong. Every single movement from the bush, these guys react. It's amazing. It's something almost like a war zone, this is. And these guys are in the bunker, and they're just peppered with enemy all around them. They're surrounded, and you can see them. Every little movement will attract the birds and other predation, and the coloration of these guys makes them stand out so much. You can see the guy down the bottom on the left there. He's just got his eye just over the top of that little termite nest, and you can see him. He's seen a bird then for sure, and he's on red alert. This guy on the right, he's the one, and you can see him. He's looking around. He's definitely on full red alert, this guy. Those instincts, they're just something else. Honestly, never see anything like these. These guys are straight from the egg, and immediately there's alarm bells ringing all over these guys. They know the predation's there, and they're tiny. They'll be the size of a gecko, not even a water skink. You can see by the size of that termite nest, these guys are at the most vulnerable stage of their life. Not all of these guys are going to make it through. It is literally a war zone, and they're putting their trust in this guy, the alpha, the dominant one, straight out of the egg. It's his responsibility to keep his eye out for the rest of the troops. Just wondering how many of these guys are actually going to come out. So we've got 2 so far. That's just incredible. And I've got a feeling they'll be hanging around here for a little while. So we'll see what we got. Oh, you can see you're getting a bit cocky now, getting a little bit more game. The heads have raised a little bit more. And this is where they're vulnerable. And this is where the birds and other predation will see them. Those colours. But in a way you can see they almost blend in with the shading of the sun and all of those divots and things in the termite nest. So strangely enough, those bright colours almost do give them some camouflage immediately from the termite nest. And it's absolutely amazing that they spend from 4 to 7 months, depending on the temperature, in the actual termite nest. And it's unbelievable, even during winter, the termite nest has been measured at a constant 30 degrees Celsius, so that's incredible. Oh, he's seen something in the air. Definitely a predatory bird in the air. It's a brown goshawk. Oh, this is danger, folks. These guys, he will snavel them for breakfast. And they got their eye right on him too. They've got to stay still here. If they don't stay still, the bird of prey will spot any tiny little movement. They're safe for now. But it's a dangerous world, full of predation. Every corner is just filled with peril. These guys have got such a low percentage of reaching adulthood. And you can see, that's good. The brown goshawk's made its way into the distance, and it looks like they might be trying to come out to get some sun. This is one amazing experience, guys. I'm just so glad I can share this with all you out there. And the Cumberland Nature Crew, an amazing experience, and one of the rarest, not just in the Cumberland but in the world. You just never get to see this in the wild, especially from this type of angle. Oh, bird went over again. I think it was a currawong this time, and this guy must be the alpha. He's got his eye on the troops. Oh, look at the eyes. In every direction. It's instinct. And these guys will work together like a little troop. And as soon as one moves or flinches, the rest will react immediately. Oh, it's so amazing. Amazing the instinct that these guys have got. Oh, they'd spotted something then. The alerts are on once again, even to get out of the bunker. It's a task, and it's life-threatening. Oh, he spotted something then in the sky. Luckily for him, it's only an azure kingfisher with a beautiful mosquito fish. And it flies off with its catch. And they've got eyes in all directions. The amazing patterns on these guys. They do almost blend in. Oh, look at that. Something else was out there. I heard a rustle in the grass just beside me. I think it might have been a red-bellied black snake, so they're a bit reluctant to come out right now. And their alerts are warranted. Here he is, a red belly, over beside the tree, and he's got his eye out for some prey. He's just getting a bit of sun out here, I think, but when he starts flicking that tongue out, he's going to taste the scent of those baby lace monitors, and they've spotted him already. The baby lace monitors. It's the arch enemy, the beautiful red-bellied black snake. On the lookout, and a baby lace monitor would be a prize food for this guy. Wouldn't be many frogs in this section, it's very dry. So if he spots these guys, it's curtains. A movement in the bunker. Could this attract the attention of the red-bellied black snake, a predator of these small lace monitors, tiny little creatures? And you can see them, they're still as a statue. They know the red belly's there. And the guy in the background could be a danger to the whole troop. Stillness is the key. If they alert this predator that they're there, the red belly, oh, they're down the hole. I think the red belly's moved. Oh, the red belly's moved in to within meters of me. And he's closing in on the termite nest and these little tiny baby monitors. I hate to say it, folks, but it could be curtains here for these monitors, because he'll get down in the nest and there'll be nothing left. And you can see he's not far from the termite nest. He's actually come closer. Oh, this is bad news. It's a Mexican standoff, or a Narragansett standoff. This guy must be the scout, and he's got his eye on that red belly. And he's tiny, absolutely tiny. The only saving grace may be that the way that they excavate these burrows, the lace monitor parents, it's in a big S shape, so he might not be able to traverse. Well, it's taken about half an hour, but eventually this red belly has moved on and gone back in his log. Absolutely magnificent. So it looks like, in a stroke of luck, the lace monitor babies are safe once again in the nest. So the scout, Braveheart, he pops his little head up out of the bunker, and he's definitely the lookout for the troops. I can see that tiny little white dot under his eye there, and one under the bottom jaw there on that black bar. So they've got unique markings, all of these guys. And he's definitely the leader. He's the first one out every time. And it's about the 5th or 6th attempt, these guys, to get out of this little bunker. And honestly, it's a real task. It's a battle to survive. The first day would be one of the hardest days for any animal on earth, especially the lace monitor. And he's definitely got his eye out. Oh, you can see him here. He's got the tongue flicking out, and that Jacobson's organ in the roof of the mouth. Oh, they've got game. Here it is. What a moment. He's moved out of the nest for the first time. And this guy, he's ultra vulnerable. He is under the mercy of a range of different predators. There's kookaburras, there's snakes, there's other goannas, there's any sort of dragon that's out here, a range of different birds, from currawongs to kookaburras to birds of prey like the brown goshawk, or even the Pacific bazza. Nearly any bird will have a go at these guys, even the butcher bird. And you can see them, they're ultra tentative. Their lives depend on it. You can see one of them's got his eye out across the plains, one's got his eye out up in the trees, and the other one's got his eye out up to the left, so they work as a team. This is just amazing. Straight out of the egg, and the instincts are amongst the strongest you would see in the animal kingdom. And soon they'll make the move further away from the entrance to the bunker, as our friend up in the lead there, Braveheart, takes his position as the alpha dominant male. He's seen something there, and you can see him thinking about getting back down into that burrow. The safety of the rest of the troops depends on this guy here. And unfortunately, he's at a massive risk. Oh, something there. Definitely something going on there. He spotted something. And I've had a look around. I can't see anything, but their eyes are so good. And their instincts 1,000 times better than ours. He's got his eye up in the tree somewhere, up behind the termite nest. Oh, it's exciting, this. These guys, they're so small and vulnerable. To watch them take their first steps and see instinct, nature's instinct at its best, it's truly amazing. Oh, check out the guy down the bottom, he's seen something. And you can see that ant that crawled across there. It might give you some sort of a scale to the size of these guys. They're literally like water skink size, if not smaller. Like a little gecko. And their instincts are strong. Their movements are just subtle. They know the dangers. So we've got 3 so far that have hatched out of the egg. We've got the 2 lookouts there on the left, and this guy, the alpha. I wonder how long it's going to be before he ventures out of the safety into the open. He'd just be there getting enough sun to regulate that body temperature to a perfect temperature so he can move at his fastest. Being cold-blooded, they need the environment and the sun to warm their body so that they can function. And that's why they have the black coloration around the head area, so it heats up the brain and their brain can start to function first. And the predation's all around. It's one incredible experience. Just never know what's going to happen here. And I love nature, and I mean, whatever happens, happens. It'd be the best footage I'd ever got if, say, a big brown goshawk come down and just went whoosh and just grabbed this guy and took off with him. But yeah, it's not something you want to see, but it's pure beauty in the fact that that's nature, guys. But let's hope that these guys can pull through and get some real good numbers down at Emergence from this clutch. We've got strong numbers of the lace monitor down at Emergence Reserve. So if you do like your lace monitors, it's a good spot to actually go and find some lace monitors and take some pictures and enjoy seeing them in the wild. That's just amazing. Seems very relaxed and looks like he is getting a bit of sun at the moment, so we might just let him get his bit of sun and see where he goes to on his next stop. Oh, large shadow just went over. Don't know what that was. Oh, they're down too. They knew what was going on then. And they've always got a scout checking out what's going on. There's a lot of movement at the moment. It looks like a few more are starting to move around down below. I can see them moving around like something's shifting underneath them. So yeah, I'd say we might get a look at a few more soon. That would just be awesome. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. It actually looks like they might be thinking about coming out. They'd have some warmth through that body now, so they'll be able to move pretty quick. That's their defense. Run and hide. And they're fairly fast. So hopefully, oh, this guy, he's going to come out. Oh, awesome. There we go. And here it is. This is a moment of truth. If there's any predation around, this guy's put himself in such a vulnerable position, and he scans the surroundings. And he knows. Oh, look at him looking. Seen a little movement, and he's just scanning everywhere. Aren't they amazing, the patterns on these guys? I just can't get over the instinct and how they work as a little crew. And you can see that Jacobson's organ now. He'd be licking the air, and that forked tongue and the brain, they work in two separate halves. They can actually determine and almost pinpoint where there's danger just through that tongue. They'll poke the tongue out, and then they'll pick up all little dust particles and chemicals in the air. It's still being researched, and it slides back into an organ called the Jacobson's organ up in the roof of the mouth, and it processes all of these things, and it can actually tell which direction by using each fork in the tongue, and it can tell whether it's a predator, potential mate, or whatever it is. So they're an absolute machine as a predator, but it also works as a form of defense as well. So this guy, he'd be licking the air and trying to get an idea of what's around the place. And you can see him here. He's moved up to the top of the nest now. Alone, it's up to this guy to make sure all the other troops are safe. They'll let this guy go up the top and sacrifice his own safety, and you can see him. He is on full alert. Every little movement just sparks instinct inside these guys. So if he can just survive 5 or 10 minutes outside the nest, I reckon the others might follow and start to come up too. But there's like a pecking order, and it's like a little troop of soldiers. It's absolutely incredible. Look at the build on him. He's like a little pencil. There's nothing of him. And to think one day he'll be the absolute apex reptile predator out on the Cumberland Plains, and those arms will be almost as thick as my wrists. Amazing. And so far, this guy's luck's in. But on the harsh Cumberland Plains, with a massive predation, there's a low percentage of this guy surviving, or any other lace monitor babies from this clutch. You can see him, he's looking around. Bird's just flown straight by me, and he hasn't moved a muscle. And somehow, the lace monitor numbers down here are incredibly high, so these guys are making it through to adulthood, quite a fair few of them, which is just awesome. He's definitely got his eye out. Probably getting a little bit more sun. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Oh, how good's this, guys? And down in the bunker, we've got another couple on lookout. So looks like we've got 3 so far, and I think I might have even seen another one, so it could be 4 so far from the nest. But yeah, this guy's in such a vulnerable position. He's right out in the open. He's just lucky there's a little boulder from the termite nest there. He might be able to actually hide and shelter underneath. But yeah, it's moments like this in the bush that it honestly, it touches a real heartstring. Just a beautiful animal, and you have to treasure these moments. And we all have to work together to save this environment so little fellas like this have got somewhere to live, and all of the future generations can enjoy these beautiful reptiles, birds, mammals and iconic Australian animals. Look at the size of him. He is just tiny. Ah, there we are. And there's the lookouts down there. No doubt soon we might see a few more come out. But it takes time and patience, guys. And with the emergence of a third one down the bottom in the bunker, that makes 4 of them so far. So we've got 4 little baby lace monitors emerged from the egg so far out on the Cumberland. They're absolutely beautiful, these guys. Just wondering how many of these guys we'll have on the first day. But by eye. The fun is just waiting and seeing how many actually do come out. It looks like he wants to poke his head up a little bit and have a look around. Just come on, mate, get out of the road. I want some sun. That beautiful patterning underneath the body section and the neck. And the guy next to him on the right, look at the face. Man. That guy's patterning is incredible. The one on the left, the one on the right, the patterning on his face was just insane. And you look straight along the camera. Yeah, a really unique style pattern on that guy. Just loved it. Look at him. Go and gives a look at yous. So beautiful until the termite nest naturally seals itself up. It's the perfect nesting place because it keeps the eggs well insulated because they stay in here for months. Oh, look at the colours on his. Look at zebra when he looked across to the camera. Yeah, they stay in here for months, and it's through the winter months, so the termite nest provides so much insulation that it keeps the temperature quite good in those really cold times. And then she'll come back and re-excavate the burrow at about this time, and these guys will come and say hello to the world for the first time in their gorgeous lives. And here we are, how lucky are we, out here witnessing these guys, the birth of the new era of the lace monitors on the Cumberland. And I just wish that Les, Bluey and Paulie and Hado and the rest of the crew were here to witness this. No doubt I'll get the boys down here and they'll have a look at these guys in the next couple of days on the next stop. Yeah, the next stop's been an absolute cracker, and the research too just goes to such a good cause of helping these animals sustain to the future and making sure that their numbers are increasing and not decreasing. So the lace monitor's look in pretty good shape down here at Emergence. So a lot of other places could probably learn a lot from this park and its maintenance and upkeep. I'm Wayne Keys, the caveman, and I'm in awe. It's times like this you dream of, you really do, out in the bush. Just so different than seeing the little babies emerging in captivity, to see it in the wild. And there we go, there's number 5 lace monitor emerging from his egg. It was so cool. The other one, you could see him still licking the stuff off the egg that he emerged out of. Geez, they're amazing. Really amazing. And really hope you're enjoying the show today and seeing these incredible animals coming out of the eggs. And, yeah, I'm just chuffed, I'm wrapped to be able to bring this footage to you guys. Oh, what a mad day that was down at Emergence. What was that like, Bluey?
Unbelievable.
The rock band, was that good? Bang, and a gut.
It was great.
Oh, it was just a mad day. Hey, so I hope you guys enjoyed the show too. If you did, subscribe, give us some likes and comments. Subscribe, that'd be really appreciated. And
come on and subscribe, help us out.
Help us out, guys. Oh, bang, give me one in the mouth. Anyway, that's all we got for today.
Yeah, sun's going down.
Last stop on the Cumberland Express. We'll be back tomorrow with more adventures on the next stop with all the boys here. Okay?
Get into it.
We'll see you guys on the next stop. Good on you, she's a legend.